Come and get it.
Alright there, Revenants, welcome back to Code Vein, and we're going to continue the grind here in our gifts only, and we're getting pretty close to our level of ability here. So remember, we're looking for level 28 here, and any kind of get items along the way here. So it's in our best interest if we can maybe get one more Ichor Concentrate. We'll probably have to go back to the beginning of the level here and farm those guys at the beginning, because the guys without swords or anything, they drop Ichor Concentrates pretty frequently, and since there's 3 of those guys at the beginning, we can get those pretty easily from them. While we don't get a whole lot of haze from them because we need around 2,000 now per level, let's go get one more Ichor Concentrate from those guys if we can, and then we'll see where we end up after these guys. Now we can also go through the back door here and such and get other guys over there, but we'll call it good here for these guys. Okay, and see, they only take 3 Ichor each, so that's very nice. And here they're already dropping stuff for me, so that's even better. And a lost shard, okay. And it's too bad we don't have a missile route here, so we can't, you know, just teleport back, because that would be much faster than running like this, but that's okay. And you can see there up top is the ladder to the surface where Oliver is, and it's too bad that we can't, you know, open that and pull that ladder down somehow unexpectedly before we're actually able to pull it down. But fortunately, these guys go pretty quick here. Now that we're level 17, we have the ability here to actually, you know, put some people down pretty quickly, pretty easily here with our 3 gifts and such. As we, oh, we can get one more level now, so that's very nice. Yeah, running through here is not too bad. It's just if you enjoy the grind, then this can actually be pretty relaxing and pretty enjoyable. But if you don't like the grind, you know, then it's going to be a serious issue for you. But the fact that when you get to the end and you can say that you've done it, and you didn't ever swing your weapon at an enemy, you didn't use your veil to attack or defend an enemy, and you also oh, there we go, and you also were able to, you know, calculate everything that you needed. There we go, there's our Ichor Concentrate, very nice. So we now have 5, so we're set and ready for the Oliver fight, so that's very good. Very good that we have that ability now to be able to get that. So now it's all up to the grind session of getting levels. So we need to get 9 more levels, so at about 2,000 haze per level, we need to grind these guys like 4 times per level, and it'll probably end up being, you know, later on like 5 grinds per level. And so if we get some lost shards along the way here, that's definitely going to help us significantly. So that'll be really nice to get those bonus drops along the way here. And it's too bad, it really is too bad that we can't get that guy at the end of the string here, or that we can't sell anything to actually get more haze, because that would help us even that much more. Let's go see if we can actually get this guy to hop off the edge for us here. Since he didn't do that last time, we'll see if he will this time. Nope. Okay. Okay. And can you come this way? And oh, whoops. I jumped off the edge. That was an accident. I didn't know exactly where we were. That's too bad. But I need that 3,000 haze for sure. So we'll definitely head back on over here, pick that up, and hopefully he goes charging off the edge. Okay. Come on, dude. There you go. No, go off the edge. Okay, he's not gonna do that, so ouch. There we go. There we go. There's 200 haze that we didn't need to work too hard for. And since we only used 1 bloodshot, we can go through this grind now with these guys. So that'll be an extra 200 haze there. That's nice. Okay. And maybe we can get some lost shards here. Very nice. Okay. And it's funny that, you know, coming from the road to 100 and stuff, where you know, we have like infinite levels of ichor available to us, and haze and so on and so forth. This is just literally based on such a grind along the way here that there's really no there's really nothing for it other than to just literally grind it all out, which is kind of hilarious. So we'll we'll keep up the grind here. Okay, and let's get some more. Oh, we get 2 dark. That's very nice. So 271, so we're almost there. So that's very, very good. We're getting close, ever so much more closer every single time that we get another level, which will be very, very nice once we hit that level 28. And then we'll go give Oliver a try and see if our math actually works. So it's nice that we're only a few levels now away. Okay, there we go. And we'll blow this guy away. And having 3 gifts available might seem like, well, that's a lot of power available to you or whatever. But the reality is well, we're going to have a lot of things to sell once we get to home base. But the reality is that just because you have 3 gifts doesn't mean that they're actually paired correctly. So that's what we're going to try and be concentrating on, is that we have the right gifts for the right time for the right enemies. Because if you don't do that, we're going to be in serious straits, because we don't have a lot of ichor until we get to blood sacrifice, and even then we're sacrificing a lot of our health for, you know, being able to damage enemies. But it'll be in our best interest to try and get as many gifts as possible wherever we can go, because we're going to try and be pairing up correctly against each of the different enemies and such that we go up against. So it's really, 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 really in our best interest to make sure that we are always doing the good amount of damage and the right damage on every enemy that we come up against. So keep that in mind, and it'll look kind of weird later on why we cast our gifts at certain points and different things, because we're gonna be exploiting you know, boss mechanics and so on and so forth. Aurora is a good one where we'll be able to probably get through her pretty quickly and simply, I would imagine. But you never can tell, because Vayne always likes to have a trick up its sleeve. But hopefully we've you know, investigated enough here in Vayne that we can actually, you know, run through here, and as you guys can learn something from it as well. So maybe we should go give Oliver a shot and see just how far our just see how far our first casting set of 30 ichor takes us into the fight. And so we will just run to Oliver, and we will ignore all the enemies along the way here. And because we can't actually you know, damage anybody, and so we'll just see how we go here. Now we do have 1 vivifier. Where is it? Oh, this guy. Okay. So we'll use our 1 vivifier now, and we'll see just how we do here. Okay, let's pick this up because we need the lost shard, and then we'll head around, pick up this item. Okay, and then we'll get the missile here. Then we'll head into Oliver and see just how much damage we're doing at level 19 here. We're level 19, right? Yep. Okay, and we're at a dark value of 271. So let me see here. So 271. I wish we weren't using a vivifier, but that's okay. 271 times 1.2 times 1.25 times 1.3 times 0.8. We should be doing 423 damage on him. So we'll have to get focused and such. So we'll see how the fight goes here. Okay, and yeah, I was gonna say Louis pops in here, so we'll have to get rid of him. I need to be focused. What am I doing? Come on, Oliver. There we go. And come on. Okay, Louis, if you kill him, I'm gonna be mad. Okay, so we're gonna have to get rid of Louis here. I just want to see how much damage we do. Come on. No, stop going after him. There we go. And 423, perfect. So we're right on track here. Okay, cool. And now we can get rid of Louis. Okay. So that's kind of, you know, hilarious that the game's like, no, you need Louis. You need to have him. uh, okay, so we need about 200 more or so. And let's go back to our grind spot. So we're right on track here. And so if we were going to do that 423 damage, we would be able to get him through the first area, or the first half of his life and such. Whoops, that was dumb. But we wouldn't be able to get through phase 2 because he gains a 10% resistance to pierce in phase 2. And so that's why we need the amount of dark value that we do at 282 to make sure that we can get through phase 2. It's not about phase 1. Phase 1's pretty simple, but it's all about getting through phase 2. And Blazing Roar, remember, he has a 75% resistance to crush, which is really, really bad for us on phase 1. And so we will not be using Blazing Roar. Oh, and Ichor Concentrate. How nice. We're already getting more for the following upcoming episodes, so that's very, very good that we can continue to get those. So it's really, really, really in our best interest to be as high level as possible. But there's really no, I mean, level 300 is the ultimate goal, right? And so getting to, you know, any kind of free levels along the way here, getting any kind of haze and so on and so forth is just going to be all about our best interest here, for sure, because we are going to need as much haze as possible here to make sure that we can be as high level as possible whenever we can, because that's where the main amount of our damage is going to come from. So yeah, this is our life as the grind continues on here. You're getting lost shards all over the place. That's very, very nice. The more of those we see, the better off we're going to be, which is great. Okay, and we can go ahead and rest. And let's look at our levels. Yeah, we can get 272 now. Perfect. Okay, so I mean, this is the build that's going to take us for a little bit here, just because of the fact that we don't really have anything else that's going to be, you know, useful. As soon as we get to home base, we'll have some other options available to us in Harbinger and Straya, which will be very nice, and we'll also try and get Darkseeker as soon as we can for poison reasons, and we'll see where we go from there. And there's kind of like a specific sequence of you know, gifts and how we're gonna try and go for the different gifts and the different blood codes, and which ones we'll need and where. So kind of keep that in mind. But the majority of the run here is just going to be grind. And it's good we're getting weapons because we can sell all those for levels or codes and gifts, which is great. Now getting gifts is not going to be you know, our extreme priority. Getting levels is going to be our extreme priority at the beginning here, and then later on we're going to do grind sessions for maybe we'll do them live, and we'll be doing grind sessions for gifts and everything all along the way later on, because we'll be able to farm folks pretty easily at different points, and we'll be able to do invasions pretty easily because we'll be getting some of the slashing gifts along the way as well, and so we'll be able to definitely take out folks quickly and easily. So there won't be too much light gifting through this run. There will definitely be some light gifting. There's a couple of areas. I'm sure you guys can already think about it, where those areas might be, where we will focus on light gifting. But for the majority of the run, it's all going to be dark, which is kind of strange that that's going to be the case, because you know, you don't think that the Queenslayer Claw here that you start with is actually a good Dark Veil, but it's a great beginner Dark Veil for us. But yeah, we'll be along our merry way here. Now, I would like to go for that big boy over there, but you know, you just can't get him to behave properly every time. So we'll go for more levels. So we need 2,800 now per level. So we're getting close to that 282 damage value here on our dark. So doing pretty well. 469. That's pretty good here on our damage. Okay, and it gets you kind of a acquainted with how much health and how much damage it takes to destroy the first area here, and what you need to go for if you were indeed gifting only. And that's the funny thing about it, is that they give you a pipe, and even the pipe would do pretty well right now, actually. So we'll see how that goes. Ah. Yeah, this is the hilarious part of the gifts only kind of a run, is the fact, just the fact that you know, you need to have a very thorough understanding of what you're getting into, because if you don't, oh shoot, if you don't, you're literally going to be, you know, trying and over and over and over to no avail. And so it's in your best interest to, you know, do all the huge amounts of research required for each boss and area, to make sure that you actually understand what you're getting into. Because if you go into a fight and then you're like, oh, I don't have enough ichor, I don't have enough this, it's a lot of trial and error. And that's why we're kind of doing this through just math equations solving, so we know exactly what we're trying for, and then from there we can execute the plan based on, you know, just what we're going for. So that's kind of why I chose to do it this way. And whoops, okay, I can't aim. I can't lock on, so unfortunate. But yeah, it is pretty cool that that you can actually get through the game without using anything except just your gifts. Kind of a neat concept. I'm glad I'm actually doing this, because you know, I've heard how difficult it is, and so far it's a cakewalk, because you're literally just damaging enemies from a distance, and then we're gonna have to, you know, dodge around to Oliver quite a bit, but it shouldn't be too horrible, and we'll probably just take off. We'll probably just take off our other gifts, because we won't need to be doing any other casting of any kind. So it'll be in our best interest to not have an oopsie button there, because if we miss one bloodshot or something like that, and we go for a sonic arrow accidentally, that'll kind of mess up the entire run, and so we'll have to restart. And getting out of the fight with Oliver means that you need to die, and so then you will lose all your haze that you stacked up, because it'll be held hostage at the Oliver fight. So in our best interest to be completely prepared. So we might even go to like level 29 or 30, but we'll see. 274, we're getting close. I would like to get 300. That would be awesome if we could get 300 dark, but that I think is just a little bit too far out of our reach for this area and the grind pattern that we have here. I mean, obviously we could go to level 300 doing this, but that would be, you know, an infinite amount of time as compared to what we're trying to accomplish. Whereas you can be getting better ichor returns later on, and especially when you get to having access to the depths and such, we'll be able to, you know, do bosses and do invasions and so on and so forth, to get bigger amounts of haze and bigger amounts of um, gift mastery. So we'll keep an eye on that. Okay, so yeah, it's just a lot of this. uh, but that's the neat thing, is that if you do calculate it and you count it, it can actually happen exactly how you want it to. Now, Vane does have some rounding problems in how it calculates damage and such, so we'll have to keep an eye on that later on, because that may mess up our calculations if I think that we're going to be getting more damage or than we should or whatever, and we'll be getting less damage. So that'll be kind of a problem for us later on. But good thing we mastered all our gifts easily and quickly here at level 1 or so, and so that way we can get through here. Now that'll be the only time that we'll be able to have such a luxury, because as soon as from here on out we're going to be higher level, so we're going to have less ability to master gifts along the way. So keep that in mind. Okay. Yeah, he dropped an item here for us. So we'll pick that up, and then we'll pick this one up. But it is kind of funny that this is what we need to grind for the first boss in the game to do the fight with Oliver. And even though Bloodshot does have a pretty good cooldown and such, the fact of the matter is that you know, it's still all up in the air if you can actually get the kill or not. Hey, an Ichor Concentrate, excellent. Very, very good to see those along the way here. All right. So if you if you haven't discovered yet, it's going to be quite the grind. So this is episode 3, and we're basically doing the same thing over and over, and we're not expecting different results. We're expecting the exact same results every time here, so that's very, very nice that we can actually get what we want. Oh, come on. And it's nice that we can get old world materials too along the way, because we're going to need a lot of those for the chromes that we're going to need on our veils at different times to make sure that we have, so that we can augment our abilities and our haze and our dark value and light value accordingly, because those are going to be exceptionally important the deeper we get. Okay, old world materials, that's very good. It's good to see a whole bunch of that happening. Yeah, very, very nice. And we're at level 23, so we're almost there. 5 more levels and we'll be at our 282 level, and so our dark 282 value, and so we'll be able to run the Oliver attempt. And we already used our Vivifier to check our damage values, and so we were right on track there, which is really, really good to just to know that we're doing all the right things at the moment, instead of just guessing at what we're doing. We know that we're actually doing it as wise and smart as possible. Okay, good. Give me all the old world materials you can possibly give, because we're gonna need so many chromes. But at least we don't need chromes for our weapons. That's very nice. We won't be using weapons of any kind in any way, so that'll be nice to see there. Okay, good. Get rid of these bayonetters. Charlene here is doing very well on the grind, and she's definitely pumped and ready for more. But yeah, hopefully next episode maybe we'll have Oliver taken care of. But you know, it literally is just the grind of you know, doing this over and over and over to get everything you need to get into the fight with Oliver. But it'll be funny when we get to the butterfly nest. You know, what are we gonna do to get through her? So that'll be a very interesting fight, to say the least, because we can't poison her, so on and so forth. She's weak to Fire Slash, and we don't have any Fire Slash. We have Fire Crush, but she resists Crush, so yeah, we're gonna have to do some oddities with her to see just if we can get through her easily enough. But again, you only have 60 Ichor, right? Because you have 30 from the Blood Code, and then you have 30 from Ichor Concentrate. So if you can't kill her in 60 Ichor, then other methods are gonna have to try and be invoked to get through there. So yeah, the butterfly is gonna be an intriguing one, definitely, for sure. So we'll see just how we do there to get through her. But right now, the order of the day is grind, grind, grind for Oliver. And then we will grind, grind, grind for the butterfly. And then we will grind, grind, grind for, you know, the despot and whatever. So this is just literally how an all gifts run goes, is an extreme amount of grind. And if you are not a grind lord, then it becomes extremely you know, just taxing on your patience and your abilities here to do the same thing over and over for hours and actually complete something at the end. Okay, so I think that's enough of a grind session here. We'll get one more level, and then we'll call it here. And then we'll continue on 217 to, or 277. That's very nice. And now we're up almost to 4,000 haze here that we need. And you know, again, we'll need to grind 8 runs for these guys just to get one level, and then it'll continue going up and up and up from there. So we'll see you guys in the next one.